guys, I recently found myself needing a stitching pony for a bag project I'm working on, and while I know you can get the small wooden ones, used for wallets for under 50 bucks, I needed a really big one, and those are quite expensive. I really didn't want to spend $350, so I thought I'd try making my own, and it came out pretty awesome, so I thought I'd make a video in case anybody else wanted to try. The only thing is this method does require a laser cutter. So if you have a laser cutter, or if you know someone with one, or if you live near a laser cut studio where you can rent a laser by the hour, this might be a really good method for you. I know there's a few other people that made stitching pony tutorials on YouTube, but all the other ones, basically they make the small kind that you could already buy for like $40, and they all require a significant amount of woodworking tools and labor, and I wanted to make something that didn't require really much labor and something that produced a much larger stitching pony, and I think this pretty much accomplished it. I'll attach the vector file in the description. In this case, I used 1/4-inch scrap acrylic that I found in a dumpster at a construction site. You can really use anything you want. You can use wood, you can use thinner or thicker material. The file that I'm attaching is for 1/4-inch material, but if you're using something, say, thicker, like 1/2-inch wood, you would just cut half as many pieces. Or if you're using something thinner, you would, like 1/8-inch material, you would cut twice as many pieces. Other than that, the process is exactly the same. Here I'm removing the paper from the acrylic and getting it ready to put together. After the pieces are cut, it's just a matter of putting the pieces together like Legos. It's very simple. So here I'm assembling them. Because it's acrylic and not wood, I'm using an acrylic solvent that basically melts the surface of the acrylic so it fuses it together and makes it one piece. But if you're using wood, you would just use wood glue. The process would be exactly the same. So here I'm just going to put all the pieces together. The only thing I don't show in this video is the clamp system for clamping it to the table and clamping it shut. At the time I made this video, I wasn't sure how I was going to approach that, but I've since finished that part, and it came out really well. This whole assembly process takes maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's very easy. And again, it's completely customizable. If you need one bigger, you would just scale the vector file bigger, and it works just as well. So there's the one arm, there's the second arm, and you just attach the two with a pin. You would just put a pin through there. I used a bolt, but you could use just any pin, anything just to hold the hinge together. As you can see, it's really nice and big. It's really heavy too, which I really like. It doesn't shake at all. Here I'm just attaching some leather padding. I ultimately decided to go with 2 layers. I did a thin layer of leather first, and then I used a smaller, thicker layer of leather. For that helps. You'll see when I add the second layer of leather, that really helps it clamp on smaller objects. So I felt like once I add that second layer of leather, I could use this for basically clamping everything from small wallets and belts all the way up to really large sized bags. And the clamping mechanism that I decided to go with, it's hard to describe, but it clamps at the very bottom of the arm, so it leaves the entire arm open for clamping really large, unusually shaped products, like specifically deep bags. And so this was exactly what I wanted, and it didn't cost me anything really. The material I found in the garbage, and the laser cutter I already had. But renting laser time is pretty affordable. So considering how expensive these things are, it even if you don't have access to a laser cutter and you need to rent one, it still makes it worthwhile in my opinion. I don't think you're going to spend more than $100 on laser time. And I found my scrap material in the garbage. So if you have access to the scrap material, at the very most, if you have to rent laser time, this is going to cost you $100. So it's less than 1/3 of the price of what this would cost if you had to buy it, and you can scale it as big as you want. So as you can see, it works really well, and the size is really perfect. I think I measured it at just under 20 inches, but that's before I put the clamp where it clamps to the bench and articulates. Once the clamp is on there, it's about 23 inches. So anyway, that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to have a shot at winning the one I'm giving away, just comment. All right, guys, thanks for watching.